everyone, and welcome to the last week of June. So I'm a little bit emotional, and yes, it is the last week for this month, and it is Nate, as I already mentioned in my last video. And yeah, here we go. So for Nate, it was also a little bit hard to find like his style and to match his personality, but I wanted to have like for the focus like the newsletter that he had, the Spectator, this online magazine that Nate had in like the end of the series. So I chose some like newspaper lettering for the different days, and Nate's color for this month is going to be like a light blue. And I don't know, when I think about Nate, I just think about like light blue. I don't know, I just when Nate was a color, he would be light blue, but like in my opinion. And so I also, when I was like searching on the internet what is like Nate's aesthetic, I also found a lot about like sailing and stuff, and I don't remember really if he was like that into it, but that's why I also used this washi tape, because it has these little anchors on it, and I thought it is really cute, and it is also light blue. So I had the color in mind before I chose the washi tape, but it matches just perfectly. So yep, you could see me just letter June above the washi tape, and I just wrote Golden Boy next to Nate because that's what Gossip Girl calls him. And on the other side, I added the like logo of the New York Spectator, I think you can see that, and some little newspapers. So that's like the doodle style for Nate. And for Nate's quote, I chose, "You don't give up just because things are hard." And I think he's so totally right, and it's like the best quote of Nate, because as you might have noticed in my bullet journal, I like to include like motivational stuff and like things you can look at and you're like, yes, and I should keep going. So that's why that quote had to be in here. Then again, I added my study tracker, nothing fancy going on here again. And next to that, I added like, again, this really sketchy New York skyline I wanted actually to do for my cover page, but as you have seen, this turned out pretty differently quickly. Like, I changed my mind so fast, and I still wanted to include the sketch because I think it is so cute. And I also included like not a quote, but it just says, "Do all things with kindness," because I think Nate is like genuinely the nicest character in the whole series. He's always nice. He never sent one tip to Gossip Girl, not one. And he's just so cute and nice and good looking. Now I wanted to include more doodles that like matches more like Nate's personality and how he's portrayed. I wanted to do some eyes, but I didn't like them, so I just covered them with washi tape, hee. And then I added like some lips, some high heels, because Nate, I don't know, how many girlfriends did Nate have in the whole series? I think just they're not countable. And like again, like some alcohol because it's the Upper East Side, and just some lacrosse stuff and the football because we know Nate is very sporty, and again a little newspaper and just some doodles around it. And yeah, that's basically everything for Nate's spread. That was really fast, and as you might have noticed, this weekly spread has a completely different style to all my other weekly spreads. Like, every one of the Gossip Girl characters has a different style of weekly spread and a different washi tape, and for Nate I wanted really to have this newspaper thing going on, so like different columns for like articles, because once it is finished I think it will look really nice. But because it's the end of the month, I really wanted to include like a review. I did that once in a bullet journal last year, I think, and I didn't really use it, but I love to journal right now, and I really wanted to include a June review, so that's basically what I'm doing now. So here I wanted to include again like the more general style of the Gossip Girl website, as you have seen in my general plan with me. And for my June review, I included like some space for accomplishments, for difficulties I had in the month, things I want to remember, and like mistakes and weaknesses for the other page and like how could I improve, like what did go wrong and how could I make it better in the next month. Then some music that I love this month and some goals for the next month. And again, here I used the same colors like the Gossip Girl website headers have, so I did remember. And I added on the bottom of the page, you know you love me, Gossip Girl. I messed up the Gossip Girl with the lettering, but I'm going to fix that soon, you will see that. And for like the background, I just added again like the skyline of New York, like you can see it on Gossip Girl's website. And I have to admit, I think it is a little bit much when you look at it, but I still like how it turned out because I think you can still see what it is supposed to look like. And yeah, that's it actually. Here's a little overview of the overview. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all pretty soon because July is coming. So yeah, bye.